I have a reading coming through for a collective that your light triggers people. It's a certain type of trigger. So the first song that played was Cover Me in Sunshine. So that's like your initial feeling when you start a relationship with anyone. This doesn't just have to be romantic. I'm talking friendship, I'm talking coworkers, anything that you start. It feels wonderful, right? You make a connection instantly, and that's because you do connect with people. That's your energy. You're a really good friend. You're really open about who you are with people. You give them the benefit of the doubt. And then the next song that played was super dramatic. It's called Requiem. Hold on, let me look it up. It was Mozart's Requiem, K26, Someone Dies. I'll put it on the screen. Very dramatic. It goes from sunshine to like a doomsday. And then the next song that played was Luminaire's Hey Ho, I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. But it was a very much possessive feeling after that dark song. So it's like, as soon as you open up, and you open up to a lot of people, they try to possess your energy. There's something coming through about wanting to conquer you, and you like trigger people into wanting to conquer you or see where they're above you on the hierarchy, and you are not meaning to at all. Like, you're just a normal person just trying to make friends, and this continuously happens in not almost every relationship, but a lot of relationships, including like old friendships, all kinds of stuff. And that's part of your energy. Your energy triggers people's inner demons. Your energy brings out like God complexes in people. Like, these people want to assign you as a character in their story, but make sure you know that they're above you in a way, or it's like you trigger their ego or activate something within them that maybe they're not normally like that. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, hold on, what else? We're gonna get 3 cards. It's like their inability to work as a team. They have to conquer you. The 6 of Wands upright. And there's healing in this, but it sucks for you. Yeah, and then the 10 of Wands reverse. Let me sit with this. You have a presence that evokes deep response in others. Sometimes it's envy, sometimes it's admiration, and sometimes it's spiritual awe. You guys are really spiritual. And I feel like maybe you didn't even know it, and maybe you had a spiritual awakening and you realized the energy that you carry, and then it started to make sense, some of the relationships throughout your life, why people were competitive with you. It's like you carry this inner spark that triggers people. It's, you know, it's not an easy thing to walk around like that, because people don't treat you well. They don't see you past their own flaws. You remind them both of their greatness and then also of their weaknesses or their flaws, okay? So you mirror them, but you don't just mirror the beauty, you mirror the things that they fear the most. That's whenever it turns to that second song. Remember the first song, Cover Me in Sunshine, Show Me My Light. But then the second one, Show Me My Dark. That's when, you know, what if this relationship lives or dies. You initially give off this loving protection, this maternal vibe, this warmth and the cold, okay? You're so inviting. And then as they get to know the depths of you, you start that mirror. First you mirror to them this loving energy, and then it's time to mirror to them the shadow, awakening awe, grief, inner turmoil, sacred and profane, but also dark and almost competitive. It's dark, you know, and it's that's the shadow aspect. And then the next song, I belong with you, you belong with me. It's like, then it becomes this possessive. It's like, whoa, I don't know how you make me feel these feelings I feel, but I want to possess you. I want to see where you fit in my story. You have to be a part of my story. You have to fit as a player or a character in my story. And that for this collective is a struggle. You're not a player or a character in someone else's story. You have your own story. People want to define you, and they don't get to define you. You define you. And I feel like if you're in this collective and collaborations, you really trigger, like I said, you trigger the egos. The 3 of Pentacles is about working as a team, but in reverse, it's like hard to collaborate with. Maybe you don't get credit. People don't want to give you credit for the work that you do. Maybe people even dismissing your contributions or acting like your input. It's like they immediately are above you in these teamwork projects. They put themselves above you. And that's because you got the Six of Wands, because you have this light about you that shines naturally, that you don't have to try. So they immediately kind of want to put themselves above you because it triggers their ego. You have this victorious magnetic, like shining energy, and it triggers the ego within them, whether consciously or subconsciously, to outshine you and to show that they know better, that they're above you, that they have more experience than you, that, you know, it doesn't make sense, but they need to outplay you, outshine you, something like that. And then the Ten of Wands reverse. Sometimes I feel like they also feel the need to dump their burdens on you, okay? And so that's something this collective has to learn early on in order to be successful, is to not allow others to project onto you, okay? This story that they want to tell about you, this role they want to place you in, is not your role, okay? Your role is to be you. You are a mirror, you are a catalyst. You don't cause a God complex in these people. You trigger it to come out, for it to be worked through, because there are lessons to be learned through you, and that's not an easy role. That's not an easy type of energy to live in this world. Egos are triggered so easily, and it's hurtful, and you're human, okay? So the biggest thing you can learn is to not allow others' projections to define who you are to you, because you are going to be you. Other people are going to be projecting all their insecurities onto you, which means it's so important for you to learn not to need outer validation from others, because you're not going to get it. That's the problem. As soon as you see that about yourself, your life gets drastically better, and you see it every day in these relationships that you form, these bonds that you form. Can they handle it, or are they going to fall to their ego? And just because they fall doesn't mean they can't come back when they heal that situation, when they get through that. Sometimes they don't. Your job is not to carry others' projections. Your job is to protect your lightness. That's why boundaries and spiritual protection, if you work with other people with their spirituality, is so important, okay? We're gonna get one closing card to end this reading. You guys it's a tough situation to be in, but it's very rewarding, because again, you shine, okay? You have this inner strength, and you can handle it. That's why you are carrying them. That is your energy. You've done this before, and that's what you're here to do. This is you, a serene, maternal energy that is calmly taming and petting a lion, dominating with presence, patience, and a quiet power. There's respect here on both ends, not out of fear, okay? This is sovereignty. This is grace. This is the energy, okay? And this is how all your relationships need to be. It needs to be equal. And that's why you're to be protected. Just be you, soft, strong, and unshakable. You're incredible.